Hey everyone. I hope you're having a great day. This is Ete with another episode of Eco Lawn Science. Basically, I just talk about things that fascinate me with lawn care and hopefully share some good tips. And we do interviews with other experts. Today, I want to talk about something that I'm really excited about. And I actually have not met anyone who is doing this in the States or anywhere. I know this is really popular in Australia and New Zealand. And there is, I know Colorado, the university brought some of these in. And so I think there's 3 or 4 people. I've talked to the rep from Australia or from the Pacific, and he's got a dealership in California. But anyway, just cool technology. I wonder if this could be the future, especially in organic weed control. I don't know. I'm very excited about it, but let's just jump in. So how do you kill weeds? Not using any chemical herbicide, not having to pull them, not burning them, not suffocating them. Is there another way? And yes, there is. There's a company that developed, basically what they found out is if you apply steam to a weed and you get that over 195, 200 Fahrenheit degrees, in a matter of seconds, you can actually kill most weeds. And so what they did is once they discovered that, they built basically a machine that can do this. So now they have the ability to kill weeds with water, with steam. Talk about organic, talk about eco-friendly. It's phenomenal. I'm very excited about it. Let me tell you a little bit about the machine. So they're not cheap. When I talk to the guy, because I want to bring one in for my company, I'm really excited about it, but you're looking at about $20,000 to $30,000 just to kind of get the one that I want here. But picture, you see your lawn companies with the spray tanks. So picture a 200-gallon tank, but instead there's just this long, thick hose, and then it's attached to a long pole, and then it has a couple different attachments on the bottom. So there's a wider one that you can kind of roll over to do larger areas, and then there's a more direct head that can just hit specific weeds. But the idea is simple. Just like when you would spray a weed, you just steam the weeds. It is a non-selective, so if you steam, which means it'll kill anything it touches. So if you steam grass in your lawn, you're going to kill it. So it's not so much for, dandelions in an established lawn, because if you spray that or if you steam that, you're going to kill the grass around it. But we're talking, playgrounds at the park. We're talking, sidewalks, driveways, flower beds, all those type of areas. And especially the first one I mentioned, you think about this, there's a playground in town, your kids go, you got 4 or 5-year-old kids. No, let me rephrase that. You've got a couple young kids, they like to go to the park. They play in the mulch. They go down the slide. They're rolling around. Now imagine this area is getting treated by a company that has one of these, what are you going to call them, steam weeders? I don't know what they call them. And so no chemicals and they are killing the weed down to the root. So it's really exciting. One of the cool things is you can put a big flag up or a big sign that says non-chemical weed control in progress. You don't need all the PPE or the gloves or the big boots. You don't need any of that because there are no chemicals. You do have to be careful, obviously, with that type of heat coming through. You could get burned. So again, I think there's some protective good gloves that you will wear. But everything else, there's no, most chemicals that you apply, you have to wear certain boots, pants, sometimes overalls, sometimes mask, all this. With this, it's nothing. If it's rainy, so let's say it's a rainy day, you can't go out and spray weeds. When you're a service company, with the steam weeder, guess what? You can hit these in the rain. So it keeps production moving. So anyway, I'm just really excited about it. Like I said, I haven't met anyone here in person that's owned one that's done it. But I've talked to the company overseas and I've talked to their distributor in California, and I am working on getting one here. I also found another company online that makes a smaller version. So picture like a little home steam cleaner for, I don't know what it was, a couple $100. And you can go out and steam the weeds. And so I ordered one of those. I did some testing this summer, and I had great results with Rhizomatous bluegrass and with some of the broadleaf. Some of the more mature ones I didn't. But I also don't know if I held it long enough. I was so new to it that, my application could have been off. So we're in the winter now, but as soon as we get more weeds in the spring, I'm going to be out testing with my personal one. But yeah, I mean, in my mind, I could see this being the next big thing in weed control, popping up all over the states, killing weeds with water. It's awesome. There are some limitations and some downsides, which really that's kind of a big thing why I haven't jumped on the gun yet. One of them is it's connected to a long hose. And so let's say you show up to a property and they have a lawn. Behind the lawn is the house and the backyard. And all the way back behind the yard is a flower beds, right, around the fence that they want the weeds killed. They don't yet have one that has a hose long enough. So on my lawn trucks, I have 300, 400, 500-foot hoses. I can get anywhere. But on this, because it's a little bit of a different build, it's not as commercialized yet to where the lawn sprayers are. So I could see a lot of issues with that. In a dream world, if they could make a steam weed killer backpack, so I could put 4 gallons on my back, some type of heating device, and be able to be free of having to pull long hoses, that would work. So that's one of the downfalls. Another one is I believe it runs off of, to convert the water to steam to get those temperatures, you do have to run diesel fuel. So that's an added expense. Each day it runs off of an extra diesel. So you've got that. One of the cool benefits too, I forgot to mention, that they claim is that it actually can have some damage on the seed bank. So the seed bank are the seeds below the soil that haven't germinated. And you can actually have fantastic results in minimizing what's coming up. And so that's what they claim. I'm fascinated by that. I hope to be the first guy in Utah to bring in these. Again, it's a big expense, and I still don't know exactly if the technology is going to be as usable as I want it to be. But from a marketing standpoint and from an environmental standpoint, it's incredible. And I think hopefully it'll become the future. So anyway, there it is. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. And if I do, as soon as I get that steamer in and get those into production, I will be reporting back and let you know any thoughts, pros, cons, and how well it works. Hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for tuning in.